Here is another amusing event from my childhood days. The Tom mentioned in it being my father. I've entitled it Training the Army Horse. I'd like to take you back a few years just after the First World War and tell you about Farmer Tom and the army horse. Now, Tom was a master hand with horses. What he didn't know about him wasn't worth the telling. If anybody in the village had aught wrong with their horse, they'd come running to Tom, and you may depend, if he couldn't put 'em right, 'twas a waste of time sending for the vet. Aye, he knowed all about horses, sure enough. Well, just like this year. Out of the war, the army had to sell off a lot of horses, what they'd finished with. And so they had these horse sales up to Exeter, and anybody that knowed Tom would ask him to go up and buy one for him. Just seemed to work out pretty well. They could trust Tom to get the right horse for him, and naught pleased Tom better than to have a day off to Exeter. Now, the one I want to tell you about was one he bought for himself, and I've heard tell that he had a fine old caper getting in on the train up to St. David's, till Tom thought about whipping off his best jacket and putting over the horse's head and backing into the truck. I've heard say that some of these horse traders, when they wanted to sell a broken down old horse, they'd give him a feed of Vuzjav before the sale to liven him up. Well, this one didn't need aught like that. More likely he needed something to quieten him down. So Farmer Tom thought he'd try him out in the chaff cutter. So he hitched him up and led him round a few times just to get into the way of it. Now, me and my brother, just boy-like, stood watching this going on. So Tom asked us to lead the horse round whilst he went up to the tallet to get a few wads of straw. I don't know what that old horse had done in the war, but whatever 'twas, it didn't include going round and round in little circles, and no sooner had Tom turned his back, he reared up, and before us knowed what had happened, the horse was flat on the ground, all tangled up with the tackle. So Farmer told us two boys to kneel on his neck while he tried to get him free. Well, us was only a couple of tackers, and for all the good us done, us may just as well have told to kneel on a fuzbush. The old horse wasn't going to let a couple of whippersnappers like us keep him down, and 'twasn't very long afore his head come up, followed by the rest on, and us two boys landed in the, well, I won't tell you what us landed in, but us didn't smell very sweet. Just about as sweet as Farmer Tom when he hollered, "Why didn't he keep his head down like I told thee?" However, there wasn't no damage done, but I can tell thee 'twas the last time Nicky horse went in the chaff cutter.